Hi, this is Ginny with LearnWithGinny.com. If you don't know who I am, that's my website. I'm the creator of this website, LearnWithGinny.com, and I can just share things that I learn about parenting, home business, mindset, that kind of thing. So if you have a home business, chime in. Let me know what it is, where you're from, and what your biggest struggle is. And today I'm going to address some of the struggles that I consistently hear over and over again. And I called it Mom's Tips, and my blog post is going to be called Mom's Random Tips to Keep Going. And really, it's just some stuff that I heard on a couple podcasts, and I'm just sharing it with you. And a lot of times, guys, that's where the ideas come from. They come from other sources. And so if you're at a loss for ideas and content, make sure you go to my website. I have a free MP3 you can download for various places to find content for your own Facebook Lives, your own Facebook pages, blog posts, podcasts, whatever. So get out there and share your knowledge. So, moving on, and make sure you chime in on Facebook Live. Tell me hi, like I said. And, tell me what your biggest obstacle is. One of my podcasts, this is a Facebook Live, one of my future Facebook Lives, I'm going to talk about public speaking, and it's mostly to teach myself, but I'll share with you too, because that's what I do. Learn with Ginny, right? One of the things is me saying, and and I constantly say that. Just some of the phrases that we use to fill the silence. Everybody's afraid of silence. And there I go again. Just want to fill it, right? This is an excellent listening skill too. When you're having conversations with people, just stop and listen. Shut your mouth, open your ears, listen to what they have to say. That's an extra tip that's not in what I wanted to talk about today. So number one that I wanted to mention is fear. And there's a lot of ways that we let fear get in our way. The very first Facebook Live I did, I was really afraid to press that go live button. And I don't know why. Half the time nobody's listening anyway. And then later, they watch the replays, but the fear is unfounded. And a lot of times you need to push forward despite the fear. And to get over the fear, take action. Do something. If you're afraid, let that fear cause you to take action. I liked that because when I heard that on Ben Settle's podcast, that's who I was listening to. Because your fear is natural and it's meant to cause action. So let it cause action. Take action. Move forward. That's how you get over the fear. Sometimes it takes a little bit more, but for some of us to move forward past the fear, but do something. Sometimes in my past experiences, when you're afraid to do something, sometimes it's something you must do in order to move forward. And that leads me to the very next thing, which is get out of your own way. And what that means is we have habits, we have fears, we have things that we put in our own way that stop us from reaching the success that we desire, or the happiness we desire, or the weight loss we desire, whatever it is. We put things in our own way. Just take responsibility for what you're doing to yourself and move past it. The next one I wanted to talk about is focus. Now, when a couple years ago, when I first started doing any kind of internet marketing or diving into this world at all, I didn't even know it existed. Then I went down the rabbit hole. But the very first thing I heard at the very first live event I went to was focus. And at the time, I don't think it clicked. I'm like, well, sure, yeah, you focus on what you're doing and you focus. But after going down the rabbit hole and after buying product after product after product and training after training, and I still continue to learn because I love learning new things. But what happens is you lose focus. And then you never make any progress towards where you're going, because you keep finding another shiny object and you keep losing focus. So I don't think I got it in the beginning. But the focus has to be, number one, have a plan. So have a plan, stick to the plan. Most people don't stick to it. They'll, oh, now I got to do Facebook Lives. Now I got to do a podcast. Now I got to do whatever. You're learning these things and you're not staying on the path. Pick your path. Master what it is that you're going to use to move forward in your home business, in your life, whatever it is. Stay on that path. And teach your kids to do the same thing. If their ultimate goal is to get on the high school baseball team, then they need to focus on that. Whatever it takes to help them get there, right? I hope that makes sense. The focus has to be, you have to stay on the path. And stick to the plan no matter what. There's going to be ups and downs. Like, okay, I'm going to use myself as an example. I lost total focus last week and was not here for you or consistent. And no matter what, you have to stick to the plan, because even when you don't feel like you're making progress, you are. And sometimes you don't know it. One of the things that I didn't realize about Facebook Lives too is that when in the background, Facebook is actually building an audience that you can use to retarget. So definitely I was not doing nothing, even though it felt like I was. It's just an example. I see a typo. Just fixed it. Follow the martial arts. And what I mean by that, because I used to take Taekwondo, and the what's the word I'm looking for? The principles of Taekwondo are these. And I say these and I list them in here because they're important. Common courtesy. Use common courtesy with people. Use your manners. And be kind, right? Have empathy. So courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and an indomitable spirit. All of those things can help you in your business. Having integrity is being true to yourself. And that's one of the things that people don't do. They don't stay true to themselves or to their values and their purpose in life. have integrity, and then persevere and keep going. Endure, keep going, keep moving forward. Because as long as you're moving forward, you're moving toward your goal, even if it is a tiny baby step. Have self-control, which is part of the focus thing. And part of the self-control, I'm going to say, is get rid of the emotion. When you have a coach or a teacher, someone who is mentoring you, and if they lose a little patience with you because you're not listening, take the emotion out of it and focus on what the message is. They're just trying to help. And on guilt, the indomitable spirit, I skipped that, but that's just the same thing. That's, nothing will stop you once you get focused and you start moving forward. On guilt is just a hang up. And really just jump over it, because I don't know what Facebook is doing there. Anyway, guilt. If you feel guilty, I don't know. Guilt is another just hang up and another obstacle that we put in front of ourselves. So if you're doing, the best thing I can say about that is, if you're doing something because you feel like you should, then maybe it's not the right path. Or maybe there's some hang up in your past that you need to move past. Use your writing to get past it. Use something. And on failure is just a result. Failure is not a failure if you learn something from it. So in marketing, if you have a campaign that didn't work, then look at the numbers and look at the data and learn something from it. It's telling you something. Maybe your audience is off or whatever. If you're a network marketer and you're having conversations and not getting past a certain point in the conversation, again, maybe it's the wrong people. So make sure that you go back and learn the skills that you need to learn, and learn from your failures, because we don't get anywhere without those failures anyway. So move forward, and I hope these mom tips help. These are all tips that you should definitely share with your kids and teach them to keep going and reach whatever goals they're reaching. So I highly encourage you to start with your path in your business by taking my boot camp at LearnWithGinny.com/bootcamp. Get in there and learn the 10 different skills and lessons that will help you. You don't need to talk to people one-on-one, one at a time. You don't need to cold call. You don't need to do... It's true. There's a way to do this, and it's exactly what I do every day. So make it a great day. Check out that bootcamp at LearnWithGinny.com/bootcamp.